And today we're going to use this Innovation 601G PoE-to-USB-C converter to power this MacBook Pro on the outdoor area. PSE and the power outlet are the indoor. And the power and the data goes through the Ethernet cable all the way down here. So let me show you how to install this. This is a power outlet indoor, and with the AC to DC connect to the PoE switch. And this PoE switch has a PoE-BT output. The 4 ports, the orange labeled ports, or provides PoE-BT outputs. It is actually pretty easy. Plugging this Ethernet cable goes in here. This is a PoE import. As you can see that it's powered on. And by using the USB-C cable plugged in here, the USB-C output. The other side, just to connect to the MacBook Pro USB-C port. Okay, let's find out. You can see that on the charging status, this is a power adapter, 60 watts. Your MacBook Pro is charged on the outdoor area. Welcome back to the channel. This is Innovation, the PoE company behind the Ever Smart Connection. In this episode, we're going to talk about how to use PoE to power USB-C devices. As we all know that in the most everyday situations, powering the USB-C devices like an iPad is pretty easy. You just plug it into the wall outlet, it's done. But the moment you scale up into the real deployments like school, smart offices, everything changes. When dozens of iPads displays need to be installed across the building, traditional AC power stops being the best option. AC wiring is expensive, hard to install, and hard to manage. And because all of these devices, like iPads, tablets, they require network and power. Facilities often end up with 2 separate infrastructure, one for electricity and one for network, doubling the cost and complexity. And that's the hidden challenge of powering the USB-C devices at the big scale deployments. So, here's a real question. How do you power and connect all these USB-C devices using just one cable? And that's exactly why PoE to USB-C exists, a technology that brings enterprise-grade PoE power into the world of the consumer electronics. And today, I will show you how it works, where it works, and why it's quietly becoming the standard of modern deployments. PoE and USB-C each solve different sides of the power equation, and each brings its own strength. PoE delivers far-reach safety and centralized control. It sends low-voltage DC power up to 100 meters over standard Ethernet cabling. No electricity and no high-voltage wiring required. The modern PoE comes in 3 main levels: PoE AO2.3 AF, 13 watts usable; PoE Plus AO2.3 80, 25.5 usable; and PoE AO2.3 BT, 60 watts the Type 3 or 90 watts Type 4. And that's more than enough for tablets, wall-mounted iPads, smart displays, and many AI terminals. USB-C brings other half intelligent with USB power delivery. Devices negotiate the exact voltage they need, typical 5 volts, 9 volts, 15 volts, or even 20 volts, and power up to 100 watts. And USB-C makes consumer devices easy to power, and PoE makes building easy to manage. But the 2 systems speak the different languages. PoE runs at 48 volts and uses Ethernet, and the USB-C runs at 5 to 20 volts and uses PD negotiation. So, when you need to deploy 20, 50, or even 100 USB-C devices across a building, you hit the wall. Literally, AC outlets are expensive to install, hard to place exactly where the devices go, and impossible to centralize or manage at scale. And this is where PoE to USB-C becomes the bridge between the 2 worlds. A PoE to USB-C adapter takes 48 volts PoE input, converts it through the high-efficiency DC to DC module, and it uses PD controller to negotiate 5 volts, 9 volts, 15 volts, and 20 volts. and when supported, provides Ethernet data through the same USB-C port. PoE supplies the distance and the safety, and USB-C supplies intelligence and compatibility. The PoE to USB-C merges them into one single elegant cable path. At Linovision, we have taken that vision and built two solutions to match your needs. Whether you're powering the wall-mounted tablets or driving a professional workstation, the PoE USB-C 01 and the PoE USB-C 601G. Let's start with PoE to USB-C 01. Designed for simplicity, safety, and universal use, it converts standard IEEE 2.3 AFAT PoE that's 48 to 57 volts DC into a clean, regulated USB-C output. The result? Up to 20 watts of power, 5 volts 2 amps, or 9 volts 2.22 amps, max up to 100 megabits per second Ethernet data over the same cable. And this compact adapter powers tablets, phones, smart panels, or small kiosks anywhere you need continuous power and stable wired network. It's completely plug and play. No drivers, no configuration, compatible with Android, iOS, Windows, and Harmony OS. Built-in 1500 volt isolation keeps you safe, even when humid and or public environments. For classrooms, cafe, digital signage, or any wall-mounted tablets, the PoE USB-C 01 gives you what you need most: clean power, simple install, and rock-solid reliability. But what if your application demands more power, more bandwidth? That's where PoE USB-C 601G comes in. This powerhouse supports IEEE 2.3 AF, AT, and BT. It delivers up to 60 watts of the USB-C PD power at 5, 9, 12, 15, or 20 volts. It supports gigabit Ethernet data through the same cable. Imagine powering a Surface tablet, an interactive display, or even a small laptop, all through the one network line up to 100 meters away. This model is engineered for high reliability applications: 1.5 kV isolation, overloaded protection, reinforced metal housing, and silent thermal efficiency. From small building control centers to live streaming studios, from industrial dashboard to enterprise signage, the USB-C 601G brings professional-grade power and data for content creators and filmmakers. For long recording or live streaming sessions, PoE to USB-C delivers a true no-battery swap power solution. By feeding a phone or action camera through the PoE adapter, you can run power over Ethernet for up to 100 meters and add a wired networking to sustain a high bitrate streaming. Compared with consistent charging a battery or relying on a flaky Wi-Fi, this approach keeps your rig powered end-to-end with a rock-solid connection. Mount the camera, phone on the ceiling grade or outdoors. One Ethernet cable handles all. No outlet required. Smart home and wall-mounted control tablet. Many homes and offices use iPads or Android tablets as a smart home control panels or room booking screens. Because these tablets are wall-mounted, routine changing is inconvenient. A PoE to USB-C setup provides continuous power or low-voltage cabling while keeping wiring hidden for clean look. Wired Ethernet also makes real-time control and dashboard displays more stable. For new buildings, you can skip installing AC outlet near the panel and simply put a Cat 5e run from the low-voltage closet. USB-C charging point in cafe, airport, and other public ventures. AC-based USB replicants are limited by where main power exists. If your site already has Ethernet, you can deploy PoE-powered USB-C charging nodes instead. Guests plug in their own USB-C cable. The PoE switch handles centralized power delivery. These charging points are easy to place anywhere. There's a network drop, then IT can monitor power, cycle ports, and manage uptimes from the switch. Since PoE is low voltage, The charging environments also feel safer and are more assuring for users. Conference room tablets are unified controls. Modern meeting spaces rely on touch tablets for room scheduling and video conference control. PoE-powered tablet mount lets you install door-side or tablet panels whenever there's a network. No new electronic required. Mobile conference controllers, like Teams panels, can receive both power and the wired network over the single cable, improving call stability and enabling plug-and use with no battery downtime. This is the power of a PoE to USB-C. If you found this helpful, please subscribe and stay tuned for more insights into PoE, IoT, and smart infrastructure. We will continue exploring how intelligent power and data are shaping the connected world. This is Innovation, the PoE company behind every smart connections. Thanks for watching and see you next time.